Hey folks, John Becker here, Union Township trustee and former state representative from Claremont County, bringing to you the August issue of the Becker Report. And I have a draft of it right here. If all goes well, then it will go out tonight. Hey, what I lead with is President Biden with his debt forgiveness scheme. And what that means, of course, is perhaps 300 billion, 500 billion, even a trillion, depending on which set of calculations you're looking at, is transferred to the taxpayers. That means all of us are going to be paying for the debt of others. So that's a section I lead with. Then I also get into a couple of pieces on gun control for your consideration. COVID, that's an ongoing topic, unfortunately, and keep finding more research on that I think y'all might be interested in. So that's also in there. Then I go to a Union Township update, and I do have a few things I just want to kind of briefly cover. So first off, we've approved the plans for TQL to expand their headquarters. So they built a few years ago what I'm calling a northern wing along I-275, and similarly, they're going to be doing a southern wing that's also along the 275, and it's going to be looking similar to the northern wing, but of course going in the opposite direction. Also, I stopped by the Sportsman's warehouse the other day. They're taking applications for new employees, and they're planning a soft opening and a grand opening. So the schedule for that is September 8th for the soft opening. What that means is that's the day they're officially open for business. And then on the 15th will be the grand opening, and that's when they get the balloons out and dignitaries and such, and have make a big deal out of it and get some media attention. So hopefully that goes well for Sportsman's Warehouse, and I'm looking forward to shopping there. So also then I don't have any updates on Outback Steakhouse or Take Five Oil. As far as I know, all of that's moving along, but no updates on any of that. Then I conclude with my restaurant visits, and that's mission accomplished. I said I would do every restaurant in Union Township, that is, get breakfast, lunch, dinner, or carry out. And I've done that. There's 102 restaurants. Actually, one of them went out of business since then, so we're down to 101. And I'm pretty creative of what I'm calling a restaurant. But then there's also a kind of a segment I'm calling other eateries. And I still have some bakeries to go to and such. But in terms of anything that could be classified as a restaurant, I got all that done. So then also in the Becker Report, then I conclude with an event calendar and a video central. Those are just video clips I find that I think are interesting, and then the Becker YouTube channel. So if you'd like to subscribe, go to beckergop.com and give me your email address. I'll put you on a monthly subscription. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And at the very end of this video, I'm attaching a 5-minute segment to talk about the concerts in Union Township. And this 5-minute section is just from the last Union Township trustees meeting. And so stay tuned if you want to continue watching with that. Either way, I'll be back next month for an update on the September issue of the Becker Report. Hey, have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right, gentlemen, we've got comments from board members for our agenda item tonight. Any comments, Mr. Dills, Mr. Becker?
Yeah. At some point, I guess what I want to have some public discussion about, and a lot of input from the public on this topic, is sometime in the next few months, we're going to be looking at what does next summer look like in terms of our concert series. We get a lot of good input from the community, some of it positive, some of it negative. I read all the comments, I take it to heart. So, I guess my approach is everything is on the table. Do we want to continue to do what we've been doing the way we've been doing it because that's the way we've always done it, which is what we do? Or do we want to completely shake things up and make a lot of changes or maybe incremental changes? So that's something I want to hear from the community on, and at some point, have a board discussion on this openly, and when those decisions need to get made. When will be the timeline on that, do you think? Like in the fall?
Yeah, I would imagine this fall or early winter.
Okay, so in the next few months. So, that's all.
Appreciate that comment, Mr. Becker. I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. I think it's an exciting opportunity to be able to look at That's, you know, currently things have been set where it's an almost every night, Saturday night concert. And, you know, it's difficult for competition, frankly, because we do that, we're competing with bringing in bands that are playing down the road somewhere else. And you can look at other townships, municipalities, I've seen them be very successful with different events that they host and put on by making more of an impact, bringing in, you know, something that's not a competed band for just down the street at the bar, when they're able to bring in a national act, something that can be a little bit bigger of an event. We kind of structure with the end of summer fireworks with doing something unique and different. We don't have a band actually that night, and that's always kind of struck me as interesting, because that would be a kind of a good combination for an all-day theme. So I think there's a lot of great opportunity. I think there's a lot of great opportunity when my kind of personal market research has been, you know, being here at the concert series, walking down to the Jungle Gyms pavilion area and RJ Cinemas, and how much and how well do I hear the music. And I think that if, you know, we did some, you know, we can hear it a little bit, but if we strategically adjusted that, I think we can have some synergies there with those businesses and drive some economic development and return on what is happening in the amphitheater in the first place. Because right now, I'll say, I mean, you can tell me what you think the average is, but that's deeper conversation for the staff to get into and get feedback from the community in the fall or winter. You know, but what would you average? 100 to 200 people for the concert, sometimes a little bit less. And so it's, you know, it's the same type of comment I've made before. If we're going to have it, let's have it. Or if we're not going to, let's not be in the middle, right? Let's make an actual impact. We're making an impact. So let's be involved. And I think that opens up the opportunity to bring community partners, stakeholders to the table and get engaged. Because again, you know, we've got a lot of residents that live in the area, live and work in the area. And, you know, what's the feedback? What are they excited to see and hear? So, appreciate bringing the comment up, so thank you. Mr. Dills.
Mr. Becker, I love it. I think it definitely needs to be discussed. I brought my kids to the concert series twice, and they hate it. They can't stand it. I don't know what to do with them. It's just not their music, and it's not very, you know, I'm going to say
Conducive to kids.
families. It's not kids. I can't bring my kids there. Would they like instead of us doing a concert every single Saturday, what if we did a family movie night? Put a big fat projector up there with some kind of family movie. They would love that. But would the adults love that? I don't know. So, but also, you know, we have that driveway. I'd love to see some more food trucks down there, because a lot of the folks don't necessarily want to walk all the way back to the parking lot to grab a hot dog or whatever and then come all the way back. And it's not that far, but it's a little far. I like to see them right there on that drive. You know, just different type of food trucks, you know, different ideas. So I'm open to that. Well said, and it needs to be brought up for discussion. Well said.